guys, and welcome to today's video. I don't know about you, but I always get so excited when Wet n Wild has a new seasonal launch. And part of this new launch was the Wet n Wild Megacushion Foundation with SPF 15. If you guys have ever tried their latest foundation prior to this one, that's the Photo Focus Foundation, it is pretty bomb for, a relatively inexpensive drugstore foundation. It does kind of smell like paint, and that's really my only gripe about it. It smells like paint. But, it kind of gives me high hopes for their new foundation. I'm not even going to beat around the bush today because I'm really excited to just get into this one. But I've got their website pulled up here, and the only unfortunate thing is, compared to their Photo Focus foundation, this one only comes in 8 shades, and it's not the most inclusive shade range, I guess I would say. It starts at light and goes all the way up to tawny, which honestly looks kind of like a caramel shade, so it doesn't go very deep, and I'm not even sure that it goes very light. This is the lightest one, and it's light neutral, so I'm not really sure what to expect. But it is only $8.99, so it's a pretty good deal for a cushion foundation. A lot of other ones at the drugstore are quite a bit pricier than this. And the description says it's a match made in makeup heaven. Liquid foundation in a cushion compact. Tap the cushion to add just the right amount of coverage, or double tap to add more. It's perfectly portable too, with an airtight, no-mess compact that makes applying liquid foundation a breeze. Infused with coconut derivative, the luminous, lightweight, and buildable formula helps boost hydration and contains SPF 15 for added skin protection. I've always been really interested in cushion foundations, but when you read the reviews on them, if you have either fair skin or you have oily skin, unfortunately I have both, they're really just not made for those skin types. They don't usually have a really big, broad shade range. So the shades pretty much start at, light and don't go very deep, maybe medium deep, kind of like this one. In a lot of the reviews, they'll tell you, this is wonderful, but, if you have oily skin, I probably wouldn't try it. So, who knows, but I'm ready to get into this one. This is what the packaging looks like. It is so cute. I have to say, their new packaging for everything is just absolutely adorable. And it feels huge. I feel like I'm getting so much product in here, but really, it's only 0.52 fluid ounces, so, nah. One more reason to really like Wet n Wild, kind of as a sidebar, is they are vegan and cruelty-free. So, like I've said in other videos, sometimes you just don't know what's going on with your makeup, behind the scenes. But I do appreciate that as a drugstore brand, they're very transparent with everything. So, go Wet n Wild. When you open up the compact, you have the little applicator right here. And if you pull this open, you have the cushion. One thing I just appreciate about cushion compacts is that there's just literally no mess with it. It's airtight. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this seal. Ooh, this looks kind of dark. Ooh. This is the shade. This is, like I said, this is 106A Light Ivory. And I've already washed, moisturized, and primed my skin. So I used my Bulldog Oil Control Moisturizer. Still my favorite, still the bomb. And I used my Olay Henriksen Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator. Man, I was about to say the only downside is this doesn't come with a mirror, but it turns out that this film that was on there that made this look matte actually was just covering a mirror. So I guess let's go ahead and just try to tap into this. Got the little pad here, and guess we'll just see how this goes. Considering this isn't a fair shade, this is a good shade match so far if it doesn't oxidize. And this also kind of smells like like a tropical breeze. Like if you've ever had some of those Bath and Body Works like tropical scents, that's what this smells like. It smells really, really good. Really good. I will say though, and I don't think this is exclusive to this cushion foundation, just cushion foundations in general, I really don't like these things. These little like applicator puffs, I just don't like them. But, you know, this is how it's meant to be applied, so I'm going for it, even though I don't like it. But like I said, it's no fault of this, it's just cushion foundations in general, I just don't. Okay, so it is on my entire face now, and I'm pleasantly surprised with this so far. It has, you know, like I said, it has a slight smell, but it's very faint, and it's kind of like the butter bronzer. You know, it kind of smells like pina colada, but it doesn't linger. That's kind of how this is. And I like the finish of it a lot. It's luminous without being overly dewy, and it just looks really, really nice and natural. And it did oxidize a little bit. I can tell already, like, the side where I started is just slightly darker, but it's really not a bad shade match. You know, again, I'm pleasantly surprised with this. I haven't tried to see if it builds, though. It does say it's a buildable formula, so I'm going to go ahead and try just, like, right here and maybe under my eyes, because I have quite a bit of hyperpigmentation right there. I'll probably have forever, and I guess just see how well it does build. It does build pretty nicely. You know, I still have some hyperpigmentation coming through right here. I like how it did under my eyes, especially. They look pretty good. But definitely, if you think you're getting full coverage out of this, I mean, with most cushion foundations, that's not what you're going to get. So if that's what you're looking for, I don't think this is it. Right now, I kind of feel like I'm at maybe medium coverage. Like light coverage in some areas, but medium coverage in the areas where I feel like, you know, I needed a little bit more. So I guess right now, the true test is, how will the rest of my makeup perform on top of this? So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face, come back, and give you my final thoughts. The rest of my makeup is on, and I think I've come to a final verdict. I actually really like this product. I pretty generously powdered my face, and you can still see like all the luminosity coming through, but it feels set. It doesn't feel like it's going to be, you know, like a giant meltdown in an hour or two. So let's start with the cons first, because they're a lot fewer and far between. So first of all, I definitely think that if you're in a hurry and you can't do your makeup on the go, this is not for you. I feel like it takes a lot longer to apply because you're using that little puff, and you know, you really have to kind of concentrate to get the coverage that you want. And it's, you know, when you first start patting it around, you get these little puff marks that you eventually can blend out, you know, with a little more patting. But, you know, compared to just using a sponge or a brush, this definitely takes a little bit longer. And I do see some creasing, like it's settling into some of my, like, expression lines up here and my smile lines, but I mean, most foundations honestly do that for me, so it's not a big deal. It's not like a deal breaker, but it's pretty early on. It's only been maybe 30 minutes, so for it to already be settling up here, and it's settling in these lines here, and I didn't even know I had those. And lastly, for the cons, everything blended so good over my entire face, except my highlighter. I don't know why. I used this Makeup Geek Duochrome highlighter in Celestial. The Moon Phase one is just one of my, like, hands down all-time favorites. It blends super on top of everything. So I don't know if it's just this particular formula doesn't like this foundation, or if this foundation just doesn't like that highlighter, or any of it in general. Like, I really don't know. But as much as I tried, it's still, I don't know if you can tell, but it's just one like giant freaking streak here. Like, I couldn't blend it at all. And same on this side. I think you can tell even more. It's just like, bam, streak. And that was it. But everything else about this really was a pro. I don't see myself reaching for this every day. You know, at work, I don't know what it is about the air there, but it's just, it always feels so stuffy. And there's not a lot of air movement. So I don't know that this foundation would last through that for me. But, you know, if I'm not at work and I still want to wear something light, this is totally going to be the first thing that I reach for. I really enjoyed it. I love the finish of it. I'm really starting to get into more, you know, luminous foundations, but I still want them to last. Just because it's luminous and dewy doesn't mean that I want it to melt down on my oily skin. And I don't feel like this really is going to have that problem, you know, that much. So I love how it makes my skin look. It looks luminous without looking like super oily. It's just, you know, I'm so surprised. And this is finally a cushion foundation that, you know, I wholeheartedly enjoy. And you guys know what I'm going to say next. Like always, if you do like these videos, don't forget to give them a big thumbs up. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below before you leave. I hope you guys are having an awesome week, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye guys!